Welcome back to the channel. Let's cook. Let's eat. Everybody repeat. It's Vittles time. Alright, so you're going to salt your water. Then you're going to put your pasta in your water. You're going to stir it around just like so. Then you're going to rinse it with cold water. Cold water. Muy frio. Do not use hot water, baby. It has already been cooked. You're going to take your shrimp and you're going to split them. That just adds more shrimp to your pasta. That's all you're doing. You're going to rinse them off. Once you have rinsed them off in cold water, you're going to pour that water off, and then you're going to take a paper towel and you're going to get as much moisture off of them as you possibly can, because you're going to put them in that olive oil that you just poured in that pan. Yes, then you're going to season them with some Borays gourmet seasoning or whatever you got in your pantry. You're going to add a little garlic powder. My rule of thumb, I always use a tablespoon or half a tablespoon, you know. You're going to use some onion powder. That is Italian spaghetti seasoning. We're going to get a little bit on there. You know what? Use half a tablespoon. Don't use a tablespoon. Just use half. You're going to stir that around until it gets to frying. And then you're going to partially cook it. You're going to remove it from the heat and set it into the side in a bowl. You're going to see what to do later. Just keep on watching. All right. The pan that you season those shrimp in and cook those shrimp in, do not clean it out. You're going to put your sausage in there. Please cut your sausage into small pieces. Why? Because you need more meat in your pasta. You just need more meat in your freaking pasta. All right. Then you're going to fry them until they release all of their natural juices. Do not dry those sausage out. Then you're going to add your spinach to the same pan. Rule of thumb, don't clean the pan out in between the different things that you're adding, because you're just stacking flavor. That's all you're doing. Stacking freaking fracking flavor. All right? And all of that spinach cooked down to that. Ain't that amazing? It cooked down to that. After it has cooked down, you're going to pour it in the bowl that you put your sausage and your shrimp in. How I know? Because I did it. Look at that. Stir that sucker around. Why? Because it's easy to do so. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. Because we are going to use that in our mac and cheese, a.k.a. swamp to the dump to the pasta. It's time to make our sauce. You're going to melt one stick of butter. Why? Because butter make everything taste better. It's as simple as that. You're going to stir that flour around. How much flour did I use, y'all? 1 tablespoon. Y'all got to follow the video. Use 1 tablespoon. I am going to grate a whole block of smoked gouda. Why? Because smoked gouda is a really good cheese to use when you're making your cheese sauce for your mac and cheese. This is swamp dump pasta. That's why you have the shrimp, the sausage, and the spinach. All right, so I'm going to take half a block. Now, that was the small block of Velveeta cheese. I'm going to use just half, okay? The other half will go in the refrigerator for a later day, baby. Do not use that whole block. You're going to have your whole system stopped up. Ain't nobody got time for that one. All right, you're going to split it into little pieces, put it in there. You're going to use 2 cans of carnation milk. Why? Because you need the liquid. Trust me. 2 cans. You see that? 2. You're going to take one of those cans, and then you're going to fill it with water. After you empty it out, make sure you clean your lids, please. And if you ain't busy, hit the like, the share, and the subscribe. Tell your mama and them, your dad and them, your aunt and them, your cousin and them. We over here cooking swamp dump pasta. Yes. Stir that around until it has melted. There go that 1 can of water. You're going to need that. So you're going to do 2 cans of carnation milk, 1 can of freaking water. That's it. No more liquid. Well, it is some more liquid. I think I added some heavy whipping cream, but that's later on. Anyway, so when I got down to the part where the grater was about to grate my hand, child, I wasn't finna go through them changes. So I took them little pieces of smoked gouda that was left, cut it up, put it in there. You are going to want to create your sauce on a medium-low heat. Medium-low heat. You're going to put a tablespoon of garlic powder in there. A tablespoon of granulated garlic powder. And then you're going to add in a little cumin. I know I added some cumin. If I don't see the cumin, then I'm tripping. But I know I did. Yeah, there it is, baby. You're going to want to do a teaspoon of that. A little cumin. It just adds flavor. Actually, that was like 1/3 of a teaspoon. Do 1/3. Don't do a whole teaspoon. All right. Stir, baby, stir. Stir, baby, stir. Because you want your cheese sauce to have as much flavor as the meat you cooked. You understand me? I love mascarpone cheese in my mac and cheese. You can find that at Walmart over there in the specialty cheese area, which is where they serve, sell all the meats and cheeses and stuff. It's over there in one of them little bins. All right, just look for it. It ain't where the regular cheese at. Down there where the other meat is. No, it's right there in the deli where they sell the fried chicken and stuff. It's over in that area at Wiley World, honey. At Kroger's, it's in the same type of area where they keep the specialty cheeses. Time to put in that cold macaroni that you cooked, okay? Make sure your pasta was rinsed with cold water. Time to mix it up real good. Get it all nice and saucy. Ooh, nice and saucy, baby. You hear all that wetness? Yeah, You're going to take your pan and you want to spray it with Pam. Why? Because you don't want it sticking. That's why. Then you're going to ladle in 1 layer of mac and cheese. Okay? We're going to do this kind of like a lasagna, but not a lasagna. You're going to ladle it in really good. You don't need to add any more seasoning. We have seasoned this sucker until it cannot be seasoned anymore. You understand me? After you ladle it in, then you're going to start ladling in your meat with the shrimp and the sausage and the spinach. You're going to start putting that in there. But first, put a little of that grated smoked gouda that you have set over there to the side. Put some of that in there because you want this dish to be cheesy all the way through. Nice, moist, cheesy, honey. It's called mac and cheese. But this one is called swamp dump pasta. But if you want to skip doing the sausage, the shrimp, and the spinach, you can and just follow the same recipe. Just skip the meat, the sausage, the shrimp, and the spinach. And you're going to have perfect mac and cheese, honey. Perfect mac and cheese. But this, like I say, this is swamp dump pasta. And you cannot have swamp dump pasta without putting in the sausage, the meat, the shrimp, the seafood, the spinach, right? That's what makes it swamp dump pasta. All right, now that you got it all in there just like that, you're going to want to start mixing it around really good. And then put your next layer of mac and cheese over it. But then we're going to mix it all in kind of together really good. And then put some cheese on top. After we get through ladling and all that. Anyway, hit the like, the share, the subscribe. Tell your mama them, your daddy them, your auntie them, your cousin them, your friend them. We always over here cooking and freaking eating. And always repeating the same processes, right? Because we love food. We love our food to taste good. And we love to share beautiful recipes. If you have not done so, go over to Boray's Cajun Cuisine website, www.boraycq.com. Check things out over there. Hit the link for Cutie Pie Sweet Cakes. I have updated the website. You can go over and see all of the delicious sweets that we offer as well. I love me some y'all. The last liquid that was left in that bowl, I poured it in there because you do not want nothing to go to waste, honey. Trust me, you do not. You want all your flavors in this here beautiful dish that we have created. Time to put some cheese on top before we slide it into an oven. Go ahead and preheat your oven at 390 degrees. If your oven heats up rather slowly, preheat that sucker to 410 or 425. You know your oven. I do not. My oven is new, so child, 390 was good for it. You're going to put it in the oven covered for, I would say, in the oven covered for 20 minutes. And then you want to uncover it and put your cheese. I'm going to use this Asiago Parmesan cheese. Put that on top. I found that at Sam's. It made it taste. It took it to a whole nother level, y'all. Seriously, the flavors were banging on a serious tip. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the Italian spaghetti seasoning on top, but I'm going to mix it in a little bit. It just added more flavor to my dish. That's all it did. And this was a hit. The customers that purchased it, they was like, oh my God, you put your foot, ankle, knee, elbow, all of that into this dish. You are talented. I was like, yes, right? So I saved me a bowl. That ain't nobody business but mine, baby. It was so good. So freaking good. Yes, indeed. And that is how you mix that up. Okay, so if you plan on making this, please tag me, share it, leave a comment. I appreciate it. I am grateful for you guys. I pray that you are blessed from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. I pray that you love all of the food that you eat. I pray that you are creating magnificent, wonderful meals in your kitchen. All right, it's time to throw this into the oven. But before we do, there goes that Asiago Parmesan cheese. We're putting that a little bit that on top, because when it melts, it's just gonna be beautiful and delicious. That's all. It's just gonna be beautiful and delicious. Look how beautiful that is. All right, it's time to go in the oven and make this thing great. All right, this is it being in the oven covered for 20 minutes. So now I'm going to uncover it, add some more cheese to the top to make it pretty. You know, we eat with our eyes first before we put it in our mouth. So I'm going to add just a little Kraft cheese to go on top of that beautiful Asiago and Parmesan. Throw that in the oven just like that, uncover, and then it's time to taste. It's so creamy and packed full of flavor. Try this recipe. Let me know what you think of it. Thank you for stopping by.